Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about the difference between compound and isolation exercises and how you can use this for your specific goals. To give you a quick definition of a compound exercise. A compound exercise is when you use different muscle groups. You use a variety of muscle groups. Whereas isolation exercise is making use of one specific muscle group to complete the movement. So for example, a compound exercise is a bench press, right? Because when you're bench pressing, you're using your chest and you're also using your triceps, right? Because your triceps is your secondary muscle. And also squats, okay? Squats is an example of a compound exercise, same as pull-ups, okay? Because when you're doing pull-ups, you're training your back and you're also training your biceps, right? Your biceps is your secondary muscle. Whereas isolation exercise, on the other hand, is more as an isolation tricep extension, right? So, when you have the cable here and you're pulling down, that's an isolation exercise because that's just targeting your triceps, okay? Or, for example, a bicep curl. That's an isolation exercise, right? This is the secret here. A compound exercise is utilized for gaining mass, right? The main focus is gaining mass, whereas isolation exercise is more so for definition. So what I mean? So if you want to get bigger, if your goal is to get bigger or get stronger, you want to use more compound exercises. And if your goal is to get defined, right? You want to do more isolation exercises, right? That's what some people do for heat training, right? Those are more like isolation, right? Quick movements, right? Those are isolations. So for those of you that follow me on my Instagram, and by the way, make sure you're following me on my Instagram, okay? So for those of you that follow me on my Instagram, the workouts I post usually has a combination of compound and isolation exercises. Because for my goal, I want to get bigger, right? I want to keep getting bigger, and I also want to get defined, okay? Shredded, right? So I combine a compound exercise and isolation exercise. And something to point out, like for power lifters, if you've ever hung out with a power lifter or seen a power lifter train, they're doing more compound exercises because their focus is to get stronger. So then they do more compound exercises to get strong, right? So it depends on your goal, okay? So if your goal is to gain more mass, okay, to gain more muscle mass or get stronger, you want to do compound exercises. If your goal is to get shredded, to get defined, then you want to do isolation exercises. And if your goal also is for both, to get stronger and also get defined, which is just like me, right? You want to combine both compound and isolation exercises. Okay guys, so today is actually perfect because I'm about to go train my chest. So I can show you guys how I combine compound and isolation exercises. This is perfect. But before we get started, I want to point this out, okay? I'm wearing my TLF gear, right? This tank top is from TLF. I'll have the link down in the caption. Okay, and also my shorts, you can't really see it, but it's also TLF, right? And I really like their clothing. It's like really cool, it keeps it cool, and it's very comfortable and stretchy. Like, look at that. It's really good, perfect for chest day for sure. So if you want this, you can get a 10% discount with my link, okay, which I will attach on there. So go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and get started. So this right here is an example of a compound exercise. And when I perform a bench press, I'm utilizing my chest, I'm utilizing my triceps, right, when I do this, right? I'm using a variety of different muscles to complete this. So that makes it a compound exercise. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, so right here, the primary muscle being worked is my chest, okay? But the secondary muscle is my triceps, okay? My shoulders are also getting worked here. So this is why this is a compound exercise, right? So if you want to get bigger, okay, make sure to do more compound exercises, right? Okay, so doing that, chest, triceps, delts, see? All that is being trained. So that makes it compound, okay? So let's move on to the next exercise. All right, guys, so here's an example of an isolation exercise, right? So when I'm doing this is a triceps push down. Some people call it tricep push down. Some people call it tricep extension. I like to call it tricep extension, right? But when you do this, you're really focusing on one muscle group, right? You're isolating your triceps. So that makes it an isolation exercise, right? Unlike the bench press, okay? When I was doing the bench press, I was training several different muscles. But now I'm really just training my triceps. I can see my tricep is the only muscle being activated. So this is an example of an isolation exercise. Another example is this, okay? So let me see, I do this right here, okay? This is a bicep curl, okay? So this is another example of isolation because I'm really training just my biceps. So guys, That's it. All right, guys, so I hope this was helpful. If this is helpful, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also like this video because that helps me, okay? And also let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. And don't forget to check out TLF, okay? If you like this clothing, check them out. I'll have their link in my caption, okay, for 10% off. All right, guys, so until next time, peace.